What is going on? What is going on? Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Daily Move podcast, the No Huddle edition. As always, Coach Daley and my right-hand man right next to me here, Coach Move. What's going on, Coach Move? How you making out today?
Good to see you, Coach. Happy to be back here talking some more ball, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. We had a good, really great feedback from our episode on Tuesday night and yesterday. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you go back, and if you haven't heard that one, make sure you're listening to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Daily Move Pod, on X, Facebook, dude, all that stuff. And the more subs we get, the more subscriptions, the more likes, dude, it's all gonna come back. I promise you, it's gonna be better content for you guys, and that's why we're doing this, to be as best as we possibly can be. Got a fun show lined up today. It's our No Huddle segment. It's a little bit quicker, a little bit more fast hitting, and it's going to be fun because we're going to talk about a really some really cool topics here, and we're going to talk about we're going to continue our conversation on the coaching icks that we had last week, and I think we're going to put a bow on that today, Coach. This will probably be our last coaching ick segment, but then we're going to talk about some of the best places to play in South Jersey, and that's going to be so fun to talk about, and I don't want to wait anymore, and we're going to dive right into it right now. So we're going to get going here first. Yo, you said it. If the ick fits, right?
Yeah,
pick
man.
6 inspired by and we talked about it the other day, and this is the 7-on-7. I just can't get over this picture. And after you told me on Tuesday that the referee laid there for 15 minutes and then continued to lay there even after he was able to get up, this dude's trying to get a payday.
Yeah,
and
man.
Then you got the famous ice cream coach.
Yeah.
He's not going to recruit you if you don't know what kind of flavor ice cream you want. So your biggest coaching ick. You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
No, Coach, kick us
Are we
off,
going
man.
1 for 1? How are we doing? Is 1 for 1 or what?
Yeah, we'll go 1-1. Go ahead.
1 and 1. I gotta scroll to it because I forget. Okay, my biggest coaching ick here, dude. I can't stand it, and I'm probably gonna catch flack for it. But do not come onto our sideline on game day wearing cleats, please. I promise you that I will not call your number to go into the game to fill in for a player if somebody goes down. I can't stand. I don't know. I can't stand
You don't
guys
like
who
guys
wear
coaching in cleats, Coach?
I can't stand guys who wear like, dude, cleats on the sideline, shorts. Listen. You can wear shorts during scrimmages, and you probably are going to hate me for this too, because I know you're a shorts guy. You can wear shorts during a scrimmage. No shorts during the game. You got to wear pants, dude. You got to put pants on. So I don't need to see anybody coming out in khakis or black sweatpants or whatever we're wearing that year wearing cleats. I promise you, like I said, you're not going to go in on special teams. I might want you to run a couple routes and fill in, but it's not going to happen. So just wear a nice pair of sneakers, man, and get this thing going. But like you said last week, definitely no slides. What's your ick?
My first one, Coach. Coaches that act like they're still playing. Like they talk like they're going to go in the game. They might banter back and forth with an opposing player. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, you're a coach for a reason. Act like, and not to say that people could lose themselves in a game or a play or something, but there's some guys that their identity on the staff and on game day is as if they were still a player. You're not, dude. Eligibility's up. Right? You're there to impart and impact and improve others. So that's something that just kind of icks me, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I can't stand, like, my assistant coaches, like, they'll be yelling at other kids on the team. I said, dude, stop talking to the other players. Like, they're like, stop talking trash. I don't know. Are you a trash talker to the other players? Like, probably not, right? If I'm ever talking to another player on the other team, it's usually like, yo, great play or something like that. Like, dude, you really got to do that to us or something like that. Sometimes they'll laugh. Sometimes they'll be like, they'll take it as I'm trying to insult them or something.
Coach, I got one. So I was always, so especially when I was at Clearview, our rival was the Dragons. But I would tell my players, I'm like, guys, I want to beat them every time, but we need them. Like, you need your rival to be at their best, to bring the best out of you. And like, I think about one of my favorite rivalries in college football is Ohio State, Michigan. Michigan wins a national championship. What does Ohio State do? Like when the clock struck 0, they
Yeah.
loaded up the money cannon and put up so much more pressure to try, and then they win. So like you need a great rival brings the best out of you. So I always made sure, like Coach Hendricks and I were awesome together. Had a great rapport, always a ton of respect. But even their players, like we would get at, we'd be at the touchdown club or at different things. I would go out of my way to tell them like, hey, I saw this on your film. I think you're a great player, man. Like I would show those guys love.
Sure.
And it was important to me, but you need your rivals, right? So I would always – so one time in a game, Coach, we're playing them, and they had a player who was really good, a great kid. He played at Temple and then at Monmouth, Alex Odom, just awesome kid. And we ran on 4th and goal with like 4 minutes left, a halfback pass, and he just barely saw it, dove, fingertip, broke it up in the back of the end zone. Awesome play.
Yeah.
But we come back, we force a fumble on like a punt or something. We get the ball, we're on like the 30. And he's at corner, and he's talking to me. He's like, Coach, you were this close. You almost got me. And literally we ran a play-action pass like that play that scored a touchdown. And I'm like, man.
Oh.
Like not to not to his side or whatever, but like in general, I'm like, you're not going to catch me saying anything bad to an opposing player, especially one that's a great player and is helping our team, so something I always enjoyed. So you won't catch me doing that, man. Don't.
No, I'm not talking to other
don't
players.
Don't talk to
like
the
that.
officials. Get it
exactly, dude. Oh man, that's a big one for me. Don't talk to the officials. And it kind of goes to my next ick here. Don't talk shop with the parents. Okay, if you got a parent that approaches you after a practice or after a game and says, hey, why is Daley not playing my kid? Or, this, that, the other, why isn't my kid playing? Dude, I don't want you to sit there and have a 10-minute conversation and try to explain to them why they're not playing. Send them to me, please.
Yeah, man.
Because I send them directly to me, because that's like, if I don't know about something going on or a conversation that one of my assistants has had with a parent, and I get blindsided by something, later down the line, and they're like, oh, yeah, well, I talked to him last week, and, he was pretty pissed off. Like, dude, that's something I need to know about. So don't talk shop with the parents. Like, I'm not saying don't talk to the parents, because a lot of my guys know the parents, and that's fine. But anything that's, of relevance, just make sure you send them my way as a coach.
No, great.
What's your next one?
Coach, I try to be, like, very respectful. I'm always extremely polite and respectful, but, like, I am as unapproachable as it gets, or at least stonewall if somebody tries to do that. For me, Coach, I can't stand when coaches will talk down about an opponent to like the players. So I one time, and I never want to disagree with coaches in front of play. I want to present a unified front. We were in film one time, and a guy we were coaching with who I love, was a great guy, but he was, whatever the motivation was of, I'm sure he was trying to build up the confidence in our own team. But he's like, there's 15 players better than this kid in this and it came out. I'm like, no, there's not. And right away I was like, oh man, I should have bit my tongue.
Yeah.
And like everybody in film kind of looks over, and he tried to reword what he was saying, because he realized, like, I don't want to say it that way. And he said it another way. And I was like, no, there's not, dude. Like, this dude is a monster. This guy we're talking about had like 300 yards and smoked us. He's playing Division II football right now. Like, he's a great player, but I just don't do it, man. There's no need
that's a good one, Coach, because there's been times before where I've heard coaches and they're downplaying a kid or something like that, and this kid's overrated or something. I'm like, dude, like, what do you no?
Yeah,
absolutely not, man. You always I go back to when I was playing it.
I
go back to when I was playing at Eastern for Coach Dan Spittle, and anytime Spittle did an interview in the press or the paper or whatever, it was they're the best team I've ever seen. Number 44 is the best player I've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have a hard time blocking him, and I don't know how we're going to win this game. We have to play 100%. Dude, that's how I am too. We got to keep it like that. My last coaching ick is the coach that never helps out with extra duties, Coach. Anytime something comes up that's extra, there's always a coach on the staff that, hey, I got to get the wife to a doctor's appointment or something like that. I'm like, Coach, listen, we need 20 minutes to hand out equipment, or we need to clean up the locker room or something like that. As young coaches, man, always be the guy who's willing to help. And even as like old coaches, man, just do your part. Everybody's got a job. Nobody wants to hand out friggin' equipment, but we all have to do it. And I do it myself too. And, it's why I make all my guys get water and clean or clear the field and set the field up. It's not the freshman's job. It's not the youngest guy on the staff's job. It's everybody's job. So make sure that you're doing your part and you're helping out. So there's nothing worse than a guy who always finds a way to wiggle out of the unsavory stuff that we have to do as coaches.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. And I would say my third one, Coach, and I know this is something that you can appreciate too, backpack coaching.
Oh, God.
Why are you wearing a book bag coat? What are you doing?
Oh,
man?
my God.
Dude. Now I'm not opposed to book bags. Like you bring it out, maybe it has your 7-on-7 book, but it sits by the goalpost or it's on the sideline, or you bring it out to the game and it sits there. But the walking around coaching, doing your indie with the backpack on, I'm like, wow,
I can't deal with it, Coach. I bring out a it's like a knapsack every practice. It's a ball bag, and it's not a ball bag anymore because I use it for my knapsack. I have a clipboard in there. I've got some water bottles in there. I probably got a pack of candy or something like that. Maybe a little something to get me through. Maybe some Star Mix. I like those Star Mix. The Coke bottles and stuff like that to chew on during practice. But that's about it. And I put it on the 50-yard line. And when I need it, I go over and get it. You don't see me walking around with the knapsack. I can't stand the back. Take the book bags off, coaches. Take the book bags off. Whatever the heck you're doing. Oh, man, that got me going. But anyway, so last week, Coach, I was down in Memphis. I was down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. All right, I was driving around and I was doing some sightseeing. My parents lived down there. It was a great trip. I got to go down there and spend a week, kind of off the reservation a little bit, get away from the hustle and bustle in New Jersey. But it allowed me to do some sightseeing. And right around the corner from my parents' house is Gatlinburg Pittman High School. And I drove through the campus, and it was kind of the creepy guy driving through campus because it was about 1:00 in the afternoon and school was still in session. So I had the school resource officers there looking at me like, why is this guy driving all slow, taking pictures of our stuff? But I was in absolute amazement of the facilities that this school had. And now Gatlinburg Pittman is probably the equivalent of a Group 2 school here in New Jersey. Okay. And they had some of the nicest, most beautiful athletic facilities that I've seen in a high school. I can't remember seeing a nicer facility up here for a high school. It's really tough to come by. So I just wanted to share some pictures from that. And if you can see here, this is the baseball field with the mountains in the background, beautifully manicured baseball field, crisscross mowing pattern. The infield was manicured meticulously. It looks great with a grass infield there. Nice dugouts. They have stands in the background that are under shade. They have a press box, a full press box and concession stand behind the backstop there to call the game from. Full warning track, great fence, dude. This could pass as a minor league baseball stadium if the stands were a little bit bigger. And this is a high school, Group 2 high school stadium. All right. And then I go down to the football field here, and it's tough to see in these pictures, but the football field is absolutely gorgeous. They have great grandstands. It almost looks like a college campus here. The grandstands are awesome. Beautiful press box. All right. Nice trees in the background. But the thing that got me is the turf is gorgeous. They have a turf football field. They have a turf soccer field right next to it, lacrosse field, and they have this huge video board, scoreboard in the back. And I've priced these video boards out, man. It's probably an $80,000 to $100,000 scoreboard in the back there, and it just makes for such a great atmosphere. There's a field house in the back there where I'm sure the weight room and stuff is at. Just a beautiful facility. And I'm like, man, I don't remember seeing anything like this back up, up in New Jersey. And it's disheartening because, we talk about it and it's like, we're going to talk about some of our favorite school or facilities and atmospheres here. And it's like, why can't more schools invest more into their athletic facilities? And some places do a great job of it, and some places, quite frankly, don't. And it's just a shame because, like I said, this is a Group 2 school. I haven't even seen what one of the Group 5 schools look like. And, it's going to lead us into our next topic here. And it's like, we're going to list how do we do this? Oh, I went all mine first, and it's going to be
Yeah.
all
Let's do it.
yours.
Let's kick it off.
That's
So,
fine.
Coach, just
So
to tell people, when you were here, you sent me a picture. We're like, dude, I got a topic. We got to talk about this. Like, let's see some of the best fields and stadiums to go watch or coach or play a game in all South Jersey. And it's a great topic, a great idea. And you're right, man. Those facilities are unbelievable in Gatlinburg. And I agree. Like, I think, like, if I'm a parent and I'm looking at where to send my kids, and athletics have always been a huge part of my house, when I was growing up, my whole extended family, and then now in my house today, like, you better be as committed to the success of that as you are to my chemistry class, my algebra, my everything else about a school. Like, you should want to be successful and elite in all that you do.
And we talked about it in the Tuesday night show about, what we look for in an interview process. And that's one of the things, like, are you as committed to the athletic side as you are the academic side? And a lot of places cannot say yes, but some of them do. So we're going to go through. It's not necessarily maybe the nicest stadiums that we've seen, or, just atmosphere in general. And I'm sure we have a little backstory about each of us, but I'm going to go to my first one here, and I got to keep it what it is, man. I got to call it home. That's a beautiful sunset picture from Angelo Natoli Stadium, and that's the beautiful campus of Gateway Regional High School, the Gateway Gators. And
Go Gators.
Those stands are packed. And the reason why those stands are packed is when I got there, we started but we did for the last 2 years, we've done a tailgate party. We've picked a game. We've picked a game. And we've done a tailgate party pregame where all the fans are allowed to come down behind the end zone. We have one of my assistant coaches is a DJ, so I have my assistant coach on the field, like colleges, live DJ during this tailgate party, and then if the game's at 7:00, we hit the field at 5:50. All of our players come down for specials. They walk through this huge crowd of people for this tailgate party. My coach is out there spinning, and he's spinning all through pregame warm-ups and dude, the Booster Club does a great job. We order food. Everything's free.
Coach, we're stealing this idea. Dude, I am stealing this idea.
Pizza, wings, everything, dude. Everything's free. The whole school shows out, and we promote the crap out of it. We had such a great turnout this year, and listen, I think we might have lost the tailgate one of the games. We've done it twice. One of the games we won, one of the games we lost, but what a great atmosphere it was. And dude, I look at that picture and I'm like, that's group one. Like, that's group one, and those stands are packed, and it was a great atmosphere.
Coach, do they still bring the cowbells in the stands there?
No, I don't hear any. No, I don't hear any cowbells.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, so that's I got to keep it home for that one, and that's something that I'm proud of that we implemented when I started here with the tailgate party, and we're going to keep doing it every year, and as long as I'm the coach there. My next stadium here, and let me cheat so I know what I'm looking at. My next stadium, we're going to stay Group 1, and we're going to throw some credit to Coach Dan Reed, who's an avid listener of the show. This is Ben Darf Narducci Field at Audubon High School, okay? And I've never played here or coached here, ironically enough. Yeah, I've never had the opportunity. But if you look here, I've always heard it's such a cool place to play. It's great grandstands. They have those old concrete grandstands there from God knows when. Collingswood used to have them, and they demolished them, and I'm sure we'll talk to McEwen about them at some point because that was such a beautiful
awesome.
Dude. That was such a beautiful stadium, and I can't believe they tore it down.
They fumbled.
Audubon's got the same kind of look here. Excuse me, huge grandstands there. You're right on top of the field. There's so little distance between the sideline and the stands. It probably makes a visiting team really tough. Really tough on the visitors there. But it's right in the middle of a neighborhood. Okay, so you look at the stands, you got the school in the background, it's awesome. The stands are right on top of the field, there's no track, and then you got the houses right across the street. So what an awesome atmosphere that is over there at Audubon. And Pittman's very similar. Okay, so we played at Pittman. We played at Pittman this year, and you're right on top of each other. But Pittman's dangerous because they have that concrete walkway that goes that's right off the sideline. There's a cement walkway right off the sideline. And if you go, we had a kid in a JV game break his arm a couple years ago on that cement. So Pittman's very similar, but this is really sharp here. Moving forward, one of the best stadiums, and I don't know how great the atmosphere is, Coach, to be honest with you. It's been a long time since I've caught a game here.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
It's Pennsauken High School, Rick Taylor Fieldhouse, and this is one of the best, if not the best facility, I think, in South Jersey. There's not many teams, not many schools in South Jersey, you probably know better than me, that have an indoor facility like this.
Not like this.
Brand new turf, brand new lights, great stadium, great grandstands, and then they have this indoor workout facility that's turf. They got the weight room in there, the locker rooms in there, just a really sharp looking field house and an indoor, just a place to go if you have inclement weather or whatever it might be, or a great place to get your off-season workouts in. It's really awesome, and I know Coach Tab loves it down there. So
yeah, Coach Tab, former football and track star there. He was on the D3. Was it All Century team, Coach, as a player?
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, and he was. I think he just got inducted into the Rowan Hall of Fame. Well
deserved, man. Yeah. That's awesome. So, Coach, when I was growing up in Philly, we would pass this driving down to the shore, and I remember staring at the field and being like, God, I would love to play there. I knew nothing about it. Funny enough, as a senior, like, my team played at Pennsauken High School, so it was pretty cool. The indoor facility, so that I don't know if he's still the superintendent or not, but they had a superintendent who was down from Virginia who was big in helping getting that facility converted. It was where their tennis courts were. They have an indoor track. They have areas to work out. So I went in when recruiting. Coach Tab was kind of showing me around, and the superintendent is in the building. He's with a behavioral room full of students, and they're working out. And this dude was benching, like, I think he was still moving up, and he was repping out like 465 on the bench. It was crazy. Like, no spotter, nothing. He looked like the Hulk.
Beautiful facilities there for Coach Tab and his Pennsauken football team. And my last stadium, I got to keep it home. One of our boys, I live in Washington Township. I pay taxes for this stadium. Listen, are there prettier stadiums in South Jersey as a whole? Probably. Probably. This is a nice one, but one of, if not the best game day atmosphere is at Washington Township High School and Tom Brown Field. You go there, and it doesn't matter whether you're playing the number one ranked team in the state or the number 110th ranked team in the state. The stands are always going to be full. The band's always going to be going. Beautiful press box there with 3 different stories there. Just a great atmosphere. You got the cannon that goes off. The cannon came back. It went away for a little bit. It came back, and now the cannon goes off every time you score. Just a really great school to go watch a football game. And, dude, they're always sold out, man. It's a tough ticket to get. So Tom Brown Field at Washington Township High School, Coach Schatzman always packing them in like sardines over there at Washington Township. That's my 4 that really stood out to me. Coach, excited to hear what you got.
Yeah, I like it Township as well. The Water Tower. So it has the school logo like on their helmet, their TWP, and it has a slogan on it underneath the Water Tower overlooking. It's awesome. Go ahead, Coach. Fired up to the next slide.
Let's go. Who you got? And everybody's gonna recognize this one, right?
Yeah, it should be everybody's favorite backdrop. Battle at the Beach, Cary Stadium, Ocean City Red Raiders. If you look, man, if you throw it far enough, it's going to land in the ocean. right across the boardwalk there. Beautiful backdrop and setting. Awesome venue for a game. Can't say enough great things about it. And there's a reason that Battle of the Beach cooked this up. This is one of the best. It circulates on Twitter a lot of times. It's one of the best backdrops for football in the country with the Ferris wheel overlooking it. It's just an awesome venue. I remember former head coach, Coach Smith, who's still on staff now with Coach Matthews. He said during hurricanes, I'm like, how far is it? He's like, dude, during Hurricane Sandy, the waves were breaking in that end zone. So that's how close you are to the beach and to the ocean. But awesome field. You know what they have, Coach? Their field turf is made with like a cork instead of rubber. So it's noticeably much cooler in those hot summer months than like the rubber fields that we kind of walk on.
Well, let me tell you about the cork, okay? we were supposed to play at the Battle of the Beach when I was at Cherry Hill East, the head coach. We were supposed to play Moorestown at Battle of the Beach, and we get down there, and it's pouring rain all morning, and we're in a delay. And I've never seen a football field actually float.
Yeah.
Their field lifted and floated. And if you're looking at this picture, the sideline, the white sideline, was in the middle of the track.
Wow.
So needless to say, our game got canceled. They thought that they were going to have to cancel all their home games for the entire year. I think if I'm mistaken, like it might have been like 1 week, and the facilities and all had that field back and ready to go. But yeah, we were supposed to be playing Battle at the Beach down there, and we never got the opportunity to. We had to take the bus ride back to Cherry Hill East, prep the field really quick, and proceed to get spanked by Moorestown, but it was still technically a Battle at the Beach game. So that's my experience with Cary Stadium. Never got to experience it the way you see in the pictures, that's for sure. Next one here.
Yeah, next one, another beautiful stadium, Gatone Stadium in Vineland. So this is their new stadium and setting, a giant stands that are built off of the wall from the street. They have a huge wall across the back end zone, which kind of provides a neat backdrop, looks like kind of a college setting. They have a huge video jumbotron scoreboard that plays active highlights that has pictures of players on it throughout the game. The only downside I would say is their away sideline bleachers. They're right on top of the sideline, and they're small. Like, they don't match the rest of the stadium. Right. But also, I get it. It's a home field advantage. Maybe you don't want people to feel as comfortable, as celebrated, but a great, beautiful turf stadium. The logo at the 50-yard line, the end zone colors, everything about it. I love playing against Vineland down there. It's a great setting for a game.
Yeah, it looks great. I've never had the opportunity to play there, so I don't have much to add to it, but looks like an awesome place to play.
That's
Your
like
next stadium.
The house Pacheco built. That's what I think Gatone Stadium is, man. He tore it up there. All right, another one near and dear to me, close to my heart. This is Reardon Field at Clearview. The turf is new. It's about 2 years old now, I think, and it is beautiful. The setting for football, overlooking the school. You got Victory Hill in the backdrop with the water tower behind it. It's got paint on it. It still looks like it's 1960s when the school was built. It says Clearview, home of the Pioneers. Got a nice logo on it. Awesome setting and a backdrop for a game. Love the field there. Love the giant C at the 50-yard line. Can't wait to go back there for a game coming soon. So really, really beautiful field and one of my top choices as well. Coming up on to the last one here for me, Coach. Cherokee Stadium. Cherokee is a great field, has a really nice turf setup. The away stands and home stands are kind of built into a bowl. But the coolest part of it to me is the back end zone is a giant bowl. It kind of reminds you of like Clemson, like coming down into Death Valley, rolling down the hill. You watch the home team walk all the way across the back and then down the sideline. The band kind of marches in doing the same thing, playing on the drum line. It's an awesome setting for a game and really one of the top choices, I think, in South Jersey.
Yeah, and I kind of busted your chops when we were prepping for the show. It's like, how do you get to take Ocean City and Cherokee, because you took the two top schools, probably the two top scenic schools anyway. I think a lot of people in South Jersey would say that Cherokee is probably one of the most, if not the most, unique school or stadium in the state to watch a football game. And when they're rolling, man, those stands are packed and it's so cool. I'll never forget, when we were playing it in the state playoffs my freshman year, and I wasn't playing at the time, so I was standing on the sideline and I got to experience it. But dude, double overtime against Cherokee, and you just see everybody standing across the top of the bowl. The bowl was filled. It was absolutely awesome. So an absolutely phenomenal place to play is Cherokee Regional High School. Hey,
if you guys
good.
If you guys feel differently, man, let us know. If we're missing something, if we got to come check out a game at your field, man, reach out, let us know what else should be on this list.
It's very simple to pack this stuff up and we'll come do a game. Maybe, we'll see what we got going on. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Daily Move podcast, No Huddle edition. Again, we're adding more content. Join us tomorrow as it's our South Jersey Spotlight episode. We're going to talk about the Continental Division in depth. We're going to talk about the Diamond Division in depth, the players to watch in those divisions. As always, thank you for joining us here on the Daily Move podcast. Coach Scanlon, what do you got to say to him, man?
Let's find a way to win.
Find a way to win, baby. We'll talk to you soon.